Sports fans of Cougar Nation, welcome back to part 2 of Interview with Mix here today. Still glad you're here. Still a good guy.
Yeah,
hopefully you're still glad you're here.
I am.
Be sure to go check out part 1 if you haven't already. We talked about his family life growing up and the Latvian camp, which is not in Latvia. But so we're going to get a little bit more into your college life now. So pre-college, your recruitment. So just tell us a little bit about like the story behind your recruitment and why you decided to come to BYU.
I wasn't, back in high school, back at that time, I wasn't too highly recruited. Luckily, I went to this tournament called High Performance. So it's like, not the USA team. Well, the USA team in our age group was there. And like Luke Benson on our team played on it, but I wasn't that good yet. I wasn't able to, I just wasn't as good. But Mike Anoane, our old assistant coach, was there and saw me playing. Luckily, because of that tournament, he recruited me because I popped off that tournament. I had a really good tournament. It was really fun. Beat the Canadian youth national team, like among other things. It was just amazing experience. So that's how it started with BYU. But I had views from my other just offer to play was at Hawaii. So it was either BYU or Hawaii for me.
Those are two pretty big schools.
Pretty big schools, yeah. But it was just, again, I didn't have like, I don't know how to put it. In my mind, I wasn't the most sought after. I was the most I wasn't the person most people wanted at the time. So it was nice having those two offers because I think it was mainly through the pipeline of my club and Hawaii is that the reason I got the offer to Hawaii, because I was a solid player, but it was I feel like that in my mind, I'm not even too sure, but I think that definitely just had to do something with it. But in the end, I had other offers like NGIT. Didn't get an offer from Lewis, but from those two were my top schools, and then I decided from them because I just focused on academics and athletics, and I thought BYU had the best of both because I feel like Hawaii is an easy school to get into, and it would be an amazing experience just like 24/7 in Hawaii and just playing there. But I just kind of want to have a more secure future, and seeing that we had Davide, Gabby, and all these great guys that I could like look up to, follow, and understand their gameplay, I was like, all right, this is the place I gotta be. So I decided BYU, and the rest is history.
Yeah. So how familiar were you with BYU before you got here?
I knew it was like a Mormon university. I knew that it was definitely going to be different, and like the whole honor code and all this stuff. But I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I was just kind of focused on my goals, and I knew that once I found my groove, I could just stick with it and keep going. So luckily I have found my groove and gotten there, and it's been really nice ever since. It's just been, I don't know, just a good, happy ride.
Yeah.
Well, with ups and downs, of course, because with everybody.
That's just how it happens.
And it just happens. But yeah, it's been good.
What was your first impressions? Did you take a visit here before you got here?
Yes, I did.
So what was that like, taking a...
It was sick, because I freaking went to Tucanos. They took me to Tucanos, man. I've never been treated so well by recruiters in my life, dude.
Yeah.
So, of course, that plays a part, but my parents were like, they're taking you to a steakhouse, man, or like Brazilian steakhouse. So I was like, all right, that's pretty dope. And the food was great. And like being able to chop it up with like Davide, and I think, pretty sure Davide was there. Maybe Gabby. One of the two, maybe both. But seeing around campus, playing with the team, it just motivated me a lot, seeing that when I went back home and started lifting more, because I played in an open gym with them. Mm-hmm. Like we just had, before season starts, we have open gyms for the BYU volleyball team, and we just play, like no coaches are allowed because NCAA rules and all that. And I got destroyed, so I got smoked. I always got blocked. I didn't hit good shots, and it was just like, I got in my head a little bit, but I just kind of was like surreal. I was there, and they were all super nice to me about it too. And but I bet they said some bad things behind my back. I don't care. I knew it was bad. But in the end, it was just, it got me motivated. I was like, all right, let's work. Let's get this done. I want to be here.
Was that your junior year, senior year of high school, or what year was it?
Senior. I got recruited pretty late, like junior to senior year.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. I got here. That's all that matters, man.
That's the same thing for me. I wasn't super sought after and still ended up here.
Yeah.
How do you feel like since you got here? Because it seems like, from what you're saying, you were kind of a late bloomer. Mm-hmm. Since you've got here, how have the coaches been able to develop you?
Oh, in a lot of ways. It's just there's still a lot of work that the coaches are harping on me, and I'm still trying to change. It's been just throughout the process, it's been great. Like guiding me every single step of the way, and help me with my jump serve harder, serve faster, serve more consistently with hitting, passing, like everything. It's just the fact that we get to get reps at a high level and that they support the other players and the other players get better makes you just see what you have to do better to beat them out or in your position or just like hit the next level.
Yeah. And so you're a sophomore right now.
Yes.
Are you a redshirt sophomore? You did redshirt?
Yeah.
So your redshirt freshman year, is it the same with, like, do you get to get in the game at all?
No.
You don't get to go at all?
No.
So what did you learn from that? From just being standing on the sideline and just watching your team?
I learned a lot because my redshirt year, sadly, Saifa Alago, really hope I'm saying that right, but he sadly got injured, so I was the next up outside after him because we had our backups were Talon and Sai, and so they ended up traveling me throughout the year. As a redshirt, that almost never happens in men's volleyball. Like none of our redshirts this year are traveling or anything like that because everybody that goes there has just like played or gone in. I was just there so we had another body for practicing. But the fact that I got to travel and see like different routines, how Gabby prepared, how Davide prepared, how Zach prepared, and it was just awesome experience to see how everything worked out. It was just, being able to get even more reps with them too, awesome. Like it's just high level play, and I got to learn a lot, work on some shots on a huge middle Felipe, and it was just, surreal.
Yeah. So you go and play these games. You play Friday and Saturday, or is it Thursday?
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. So what is it like traveling right there and just playing the same team back to back? Like what kind of improvements do you make between games?
Oh yeah, you just understand. You can see so much on film, but it's just like seeing it with your own eyes, just the perspective of the ball. Just noticing that like where they hit it on the block. Like the first night you kind of understand where they're hitting it, but then you can see how they're hitting it. If that makes sense. Like the peak of their hit and going down. Like you can see just certain things a little bit better. When you get used to it, you can start getting in those seams, start making better digs, better reads, and all that.
So it's like playing a completely different team the second game, or like is it? Because they probably make the same adjustments, right?
Yeah.
And so, how do you compare the second game versus the first game when you play them?
The second one's mainly just about grit. First night, it's not that we want to lose, but sadly, like I'm just thinking about the GCU game right now in my head, just automatically. But it's just, I can't find the words for it right now. But it's nice, but it just once you understand the team, you can make more plays. But then at that point, it's just about grit, who wants it more, and like who starts chasing down more balls and doing all this stuff. So I think that's what matters in the end.
Yeah, that's really cool. Appreciate you going into a little bit of detail about that.
Gotcha.
Cougar fans, be sure to stick around for part 3 as we go into a little bit more of Latvian volleyball. That's pretty cool. That's definitely something super cool. So be sure to stick around for that. And if you haven't already, go back and watch part 1. That was a solid segment.
Yes, sir.
I think so. But thanks for watching this part 2. Thank you for watching this interview. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the other 2 parts of this interview, plus all of our other interviews we do with BYU athletes. We also like to give a special thanks to our Cougar Board insiders for making this possible.